Oh, Andres is here. We've got another gentleman's club morning going on here. All guys. I like it. Ab circuit this morning. Morning, Andres.
Morning.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Not sure why the camera's not working for me. Just
It's all right. I just assume you're having a bad hair day.
yeah.
All right. That's why I keep my hair short, because it was turning into like every day was a bad hair day. So I was just like, ah, screw it, I'll cut it short. All right. So this morning, Monday morning, ab circuit. So we're going to go 40 seconds on, 20 off, times 5. We've got 4 exercises for a total of 20 minutes of work this morning. So the way it's going to work is the first exercise. We've got a couple new ones in here. First exercise is a pike to a knee tap. So typically with the knee taps, we're in this push-up position, and we pike up like that and reach across and tap the opposite knee, and then come back, pike up again. All right, so the only difference now is that we're gonna add a pike to that. So we just go almost like a downward facing dog. Try to get your ears in between your arms, let your heels drop down towards the floor, then come back to this push-up position. Then you're gonna go ahead and tap and tap. So on the actual pike, you'll probably get a little bit higher or finish that movement a little bit more than you would with the knee tap. Okay, so that's one. Next one, Miniband glute bridge hold. So if you have a Miniband around, that can help, or that's good. If you don't, that's totally okay. I'm just trying to think if there's a way to really, there's really not a good way to do it without the Miniband, unless you can somehow shorten up a normal band that you have. But really all we want is that band is going to go right underneath your knees at the very top of your shins. And then we're just putting a little stretch on that band as you hold your glute bridge. We'll talk through that one too. We'll talk through it as we do it. And I'll give you some tips if you don't have the Miniband. Side plank, alternating side plank. So this one we're going to do alternating from your hands to your elbows, okay? So here we'll do a side plank. We'll do a side plank, and then we walk it down to elbows, side plank, and then in the middle, walk it up to hands, side plank. So we're kind of combining an alternating side plank with elbows to hands. All right, we'll go 20 seconds there. Last one, hollow body hold. So we're just holding, rolling those shoulder blades up off the ground without we should keep your chin off of your chest, right? We don't want this. All right, so just roll those shoulder blades up off the ground, and then we're lowering your feet to a level that gives you a good challenge. The higher your feet are, the less challenge there are, so you can dial things up and down as you need to. Okay, so that's our ab circuit for today. Let's go ahead and we'll wrap up our roll in about 20 seconds here. Okay. All right, good. Starting off on your back today, we're going to go glute bridge, so let's push up. Starting to get a little warm in your cheeks, so we're pushing your heels down through the floor. Pushing up, maybe you get a quad stretch out of this also. We want to keep your tailbone tucked. The other part we're going to add to this is a floor angel, so those arms are going to stay straight. And we come up and over your head. We're trying to just keep forearms on the ground. So let's go 5, Big sweeps with the arms. Holding that glute bridge. All right, now let's bend our elbows. We'll go into a floor slide. Sliding along, keeping those hands along the floor. Wherever your hands come off the floor, that's where you're gonna stop your range of motion. And good, let's relax. Bottom of your feet go up towards the ceiling. Okay, you can hold if needed, but we're gonna drop a heel down, tap, come back up. And we'll alternate sides. Making sure that low back stays in contact with the floor as you drop your heel. And good, let's roll over onto your side. So we're gonna do a couple of side bridge hinges here. So your hips are back. And you can do this with two legs stacked on top of each other, or you can pick that top leg up and we just come up and push your hips forward. So we're coming up into this side bridge position from your elbow, or sorry, from your knee. Then we reach your hips back down to the ground, rest all the way down, and then come back up. Should start to feel this in the outside of your hip. And good, let's get roll it over to the other side. Good, so those hips are back. You've got a little fold in your hips here. And then we come up into the side plank and push your hips forward so it's in line between your knee and your shoulder. So push those hips back, then we come up and forward. And good. All right. Let's go to all fours. We're going to bring that leg up and across under you for a hip stretch. So we're kind of laying the outside of your shin on the ground. The more perpendicular to you your shin is, so the more turn you put on that hip, the more stretch you're going to get. So if you can get your shin completely perpendicular to, you're flexible enough. You're winning. All right, let's switch sides. And good. While we're in this all fours position, let's grab your foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, that's okay. You can do this without it too. But we're going to sit back for a quick lat stretch, right? So you'll put your pinkies on the roller, and then we're going to sit your hips back and roll the roller forward at the same time. All right, and from here, as you reach out, you're going to keep your thumbs facing the ceiling, so your palms will face each other. And we're going to try to sink that chest all the way down to the floor, keeping those arms nice and straight, thumbs to the ceiling. So here your butt you should be sitting your butt back towards your heels. And good, let's go ahead and lose the roller. Same position, put your palms on the floor, and then you're gonna walk your palms over, let's say your left side. So as you walk your hands over to your left, you should be feeling a big stretch down your the right side of your rib cage, kind of the back of your rib cage. Keeping your hips centered right on your heels. And good. Let's go ahead and walk those palms to the other side. Ducking your head down. And good. All right, let's go ahead and stand. Just finish up with some general warm-up stuff, bodyweight squats. Even though today's not necessarily a leg day, just want to get a good overall warm-up here. So let's go with 12 bodyweight squats. Just squatting down, checking your form, making sure shins are parallel to each other as you go. Okay. All right. So remember, we're going to be going 40 on, 20 off, starting off in that pike or in that high plank position, so the push-up position. And we'll go pike to knee taps. Okay, so it's really each time up has 3 movements. So you pike with both hands on the ground, then you pike and reach for your opposite knee, then you pike and reach for the other opposite knee. Okay. All right, let's get started in 10 seconds. If you have a Miniband, have that around. If you don't, no big deal. We'll talk through some ways to kind of mimic that. All right, starting in 3 seconds. 2, 1, and here we go. We start in that high position. Reach your hip bones up for the ceiling. Come back to a push-up position. Then we reach and tap the opposite knee. So really try to get a nice straight line on the pike from your hands up through your tailbone. 15 seconds left. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, glute bridge hold. That band will go just underneath your knees. Starting in 3 seconds. 2, 1, and here we go. So again, you're doing a glute bridge. The band is going to be trying to pull your knees together. You're just working just a little bit to keep those knees separated, shins parallel to each other. All right. For those of you without a Miniband, okay, try to put a little outward pressure into your shoes or pressing out towards the edge of your foot. Okay, so think about trying to spread the floor apart right between your feet and keeping those shins parallel. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. All right. Alternating side plank. Okay, so starting either on your elbows or your hands. You're going to do 1 to each side and then doing elbows to hands. All right, here we go. So you roll to one side, roll to the other side, and then walk up or down, and then we repeat. Regardless of whether you're on your elbows or your hands, make sure you're getting all the way over so that your hips stack up on top of each other. Shoulders stack up on top of each other. Try to complete that movement as one big piece. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, and rest. All right, hollow body hold is next. Starting off in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Lowering those feet down. Making sure shoulder blades are rolled up, but our chin is not tucked to your chest. Halfway there, 20 seconds to go. So today might be one where we can really challenge this. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, back to the push-up position for the pike to knee taps, starting in 2, 1, and here we go. Fifteen seconds left. Let's try to get that good stretch on the shoulders as you go up to the pike. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and relax. Glute bridge hold is next. All right, 2, 1, and here we go. Tucking that tailbone under. All right, so we shouldn't be extending your low back. You may almost feel a stretch in your low back. All right, if you've got enough of a tuck, belly stays strong, like somebody's going to come over and poke it. 15 seconds left. Remember, if you don't have a Miniband, you're going to think about spreading that floor apart between your feet. 3, 2, 1, and rest. A side plank. Doing one pair extended, one pair from your elbows. Ready? Here we go. Helps to point those fingertips up at the ceiling just to try to complete the movement. Halfway there. Five seconds left. 2, 1, and rest. Hollow body hold is next. 2, 1, and here we go. Remember, trying to keep those heels pushed away from you. Halfway there. All right, 10 seconds to go. Hold nice and strong. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to move this along a little bit. 20 seconds is too long to rest. We're going to bump it down to 10. Okay, back to the top. 3 rounds to go. Getting started with the pike to knee tap. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Piking up, getting those ears in between your arms. On that push-up position, as you return, your hands should be under your chest, not propped out in front of you. 10 seconds left. Three seconds, 2, 1, and 10 seconds to rest. Let's go to the glute bridge. Miniband will go on quick. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Tucking your tailbone under. Just a little bit of outward pressure on that band, not to the point where your shins look like the letter V. Okay, we still want your shins to look like the outsides of a letter H. "15 seconds left. You don't have a mini band, you're putting that outward pressure into the floor. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. We got 10 seconds to rest. Side plank is next. Starting in 2, 1, and here we go. Halfway. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Hollow body hold is next. Starting in 3, 2, 1, off we go. As you go along here, check in with your low back. Okay, there's a tendency for your low back to sort of creep up off the floor as you get more and more tired. Okay, that means that you're starting to change things up a little bit as your abs lose control of the position of your hips. 15 seconds left. So double check, make sure we've got that low back pressed down to the floor, keeping full control of your hips as you do this. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, back up to the top. Round 4, we've got 2 left, round 4 and round 5. Starting with a pike, here we go. Halfway there. As you reach for that opposite knee, try to keep everything centered. Five seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Glute bridge is next. Starting in 2, 1, and here we go. Scooping those hips under, belly strong. Check in, make sure that mini band isn't pulling your knees close to each other. You're gonna hold out nice and strong. "15 seconds left. Cheeks should start to feel fatigue, maybe the outside of your hips from pressing out against the band or the floor. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, side plank. Ready? And here we go. You can kind of walk down to that elbow or come up to your hand on the fly. So as you roll to one side, go ahead and press up to that arm. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Hollow body to finish up round 4. All right, ready? And here we go. Halfway there. Ten left. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, back up to the top. Okay, pike to knee taps. Here we go. This is round 5, right? Yeah. Halfway there, 20 seconds left. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Glute bridge, or sorry, rest. Glute bridge is next. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So with this one, you can make this as hard as you want. You can just stay in the position. You can get there and stay there, where anybody looking at you would say, yes, you're doing it. Or you can push strong to the end of your hip range of motion. Belly can be really strong. It might look the same, but it's going to feel rock solid to you. You'll be able to a little more out of it. So cheeks should be overly strong. Belly should be overly strong. 3 seconds left. And rest. Side plank is next. And here we go. Twenty seconds left. Making sure those hands are under you. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, last hollow body hold coming up. Pretty sure. And here we go. You can challenge yourself on the last round here. Might get a bit of the trembles as you do this. Your feet are low enough. Keeping that low back press to the ground. Eyes are at the ceiling. Shoulder blades are rolled up off the floor. 10 seconds. Just kidding. 3, 2, 1, and relax. And good. That's a wrap. And I wasn't 100% positive that that was the last one there for a second. But the clock doesn't lie. Okay. All right, good job, guys. I think that went better once we took some of the rest time off. And you've got about 120 seconds additional in your day. So there you go. Pour yourself some coffee. Okay, gang. Great to see you this morning. Thanks for joining me for the ab circuit. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. See ya.
Bye, guys.